last season for the fans?
I mean, I think it's kind of the first time some of the new guys are going to be able to kind of feel that excitement and energy in our stadium. We always talk about defending our dirt, and it starts tomorrow. So, I'm assuming there's going to be quite a large fan base there, and we're excited to get in there and excited to kind of practice and show what we've been working on.
Josh, can you remember when you took the field in that practice a year ago? Were you taken aback by the response for just a random night practice?
Absolutely. I mean, to see all these fans show up in our stadium and to kind of get that pregame feeling, the jitters and the nerves were actually there, and I think that's kind of what some football players play for. They love that excitement and that energy that they feel when they step on a field for the first time.
Josh, past couple of days, and I know today's shows, so they're telling D-line not to rush as hard and maybe stay close to the line, but it seems like a lot of your balls have been batted down at the line of scrimmage. Is that something that you've got to adjust in your release, or is that more there's some tall defensive linemen?
Well, Marcel, there's some tall defensive linemen. Without the pads and without actually trying to get to the quarterback, those D linemen tend to stay back and put their hands up, and it's a little bit of cheating the drill, but at the same time, it's something I got to work on as well. If it's happened a couple times, and maybe something to think about, just kind of moving, finding a window to find some of these underneath routes. So it's something we'll keep an eye on, but something that's not a big concern for me.
What have you done to keep focused on staying in the pocket and not, during practice? What's the emphasis been on that, and how have you kept reminding yourself of that?
It's just trusting those around me, understanding that, 5 guys in front of me, they got their job, and I got to trust that they're going to do it. Stay back there and find one of our receivers or tight ends or backs who are going to do their job and get open. It's my job to put the ball on them. So that's what I'm thinking about back there.
Ray said that this offseason he kind of had to find himself. He came into this camp with a little different mindset. Where have you seen him, and how have you seen him today? Coach McDermott gave him pretty high praise yesterday.
Yeah. Well, one, on the field, he's doing the right things, but I think it starts kind of in the meeting rooms. He's very attentive. He's asking the right questions. Whatever a guy like Cole says, he goes out there and he applies it to the game field and the practice field. And, he's taken a lot of good steps in the right direction this camp, and it's been exciting to see, just him being aware of what's going on, being very attentive. Like I said, even on the field, if we have a hot or if I point at somebody and his guy rushes, he's got a knack for just kind of getting into a zone where he feels open, and makes it a little easier for us as quarterbacks to put the ball on him.
Josh, since the pads have come on, has anything jumped out to you when watching Devin Singletary?
Yeah, obviously he's very shifty. He's kind of like a one-cut go, and his vision is it's different. I think for a young guy coming to the league, his vision, being able to see guys in his peripheral, the jump cuts that he's being able to make, I think that people have to respect that, and it just kind of opens it up. When there's one-on-one defender, he's very tough to bring down. So, I'm very anxious to see that when live pads and, getting into maybe a preseason game and seeing some of the things that he can do with the ball in his hand.
Josh, what have you noticed in watching Christian Wade navigate this whole thing?
It's been awesome, and I got the chance to go to Monaco, actually, and I met some rugby guys, and I went up to them and I was like, hey, I heard you guys play rugby, and they were just kind of standoffish. I was like, you guys know Christian Wade? A little standoffish. I was like, well, he's my teammate now. And he's, oh, Wadesy, but just the respect that he has over there, and it's a whole different world. And to come here and completely change your game, and when you're down, you're down. You don't get to put the ball back in. He's adjusted well. He's a very positive and bright influence in the locker room, and to have the type of guy like that who he's done a good job. He's done a great job, across the sea there, and to come over here and kind of risk everything to put his hopes and his dreams on the line to be an American football star. There's a lot of respect that goes into that.
How would you have been as a rugby player?
I don't know if I would have been any good. I can't kick the ball. I don't know. Well, maybe in a previous life. I don't know.
Josh, think back 1 year ago. How much really different is it? How much compared to your head spinning, learning the offense, being a pro for the first time, and coming out here now and kind of knowing everything and what to do with. How drastic of a difference is it that even maybe surprised you of what it would be from year 1 year 2?
Just as far as understanding the type of offense that we have going in, obviously the concepts and knowing where our receivers are supposed to be lining up, it's just night and day for me. I'm going out there and I'm seeing little things. Coach Dable always kind of preaches, don't be extraordinary at one thing, but make the ordinary things great. So that's what we've been trying to work on, and just seeing these little things, and whether he's lined up, one of our guys lined up a little too far outside, bringing him in. If he's got a block force, letting him know he's got the safety. I think that part of my game has been evolving, and it's going to continue to grow as time goes on, and as we get reps going on forward here. And but I think that's very large in part due to Coach Dable and Coach Dorsey and what they've been able to kind of instill in me.
Josh,
all the
how
work
have you
you've done-
adjusted to the demands of being the starter in training camp? Whether, like, just look at today. I mean, you've got team meetings, you've got practice, you do the NFL Network, you do a corporate tent, now you're doing this. How have you accustomed yourself to that kind of schedule and make sure that you've still got time for the football?
Well, I made the bet, I got to lay in it. It kind of comes with the territory here. I understand what kind of being a quarterback entails, and I wouldn't want it any differently. And I love playing this game, love playing this position, and whatever's kind of thrown my way, just got to handle it. And that's kind of been a thing that can apply on and off the field. We're going to have times of adversity, or something's going to change, and you've got to roll with the punches. And I've got a family saying that's APO, adjust, persevere, overcome. So, my dad's back there, so that's good. Good one to throw in there.
Josh, you've done a lot of work on the short intermediate game, and we've talked about it over and over again. Is it at this point in camp, 7 days in, are you celebrating those easy ones, those Cole Beasley connections, the same way you would, the one downfield to jump?
Absolutely. And we had one play today. It was near the goal line, and Dre had just kind of found a window like 4 yards in front of me. I dumped it onto him before he got to the will linebacker, and it was a touchdown. And that's one of those. I was like, "Let's go, Dre! Like that's what we need right there." And for him to have that kind of knack to find a little zone, and me to find him and put it on him where I did, definitely steps in the right direction.
You're talking about the drastic difference between last year at this time and right now. Do you see Tyree Jackson going through some of those growing pains that you went through last year?
Absolutely, and I talked to him. The limited amount of opportunities that you get when you're kind of running with the threes, and he's got the big arm like I have, and you want to make the big play when it's there, and sometimes you want to force it because you get one or two opportunities in practice to do it. But I think the first couple of days he might have tried to force something down the field, where now he's kind of like, okay, let's make the right play. And I think, when you start making the right play, you're going to have more opportunities.
You have a first row seat to that entire defensive line. Who has jumped out to you after 7 days? Maybe that wasn't on your radar last year. Man, they're really getting after it.
I'm looking at a bruise on my calf from Ed Oliver. So, no, he's been really good. He just the aggressiveness that he kind of brings to that D line. Obviously, when I'm watching practice, I see Star, and especially in run game when we go 9-on-7, his ability to kind of hold up two guys and be in the gap there, and that opens up our linebackers to move freely. And obviously, you got Jerry and Trent on the outside that are doing their thing. And I can go on and on. Jordan Phillips had a pick 6 in practice yesterday, and when you got a big guy touchdown, that's rare. So you got to celebrate those. Time for 2 more, guys.
We're done.
Perfect. Thank you guys.
Thanks, Josh.
You might want to work on